Hello blog passengers, it's Wednesday, March 2nd, and today we do some driving without a motor. Jogging. Whenever anyone finds out I'm a jogger, I generally get one of three responses. Response A, "Oh, me too, have you done any races?" The answer to that question, incidentally, is no. Response B, "Oh, yeah, jogging. I should do that." And of course, response C, "You jog? Seriously? For God's sake, why?" Well, I think the answer to that question can best be exemplified in the trail where I jog. Bowling Green, Ohio is home to one end of the Slippery Elm Trail, the other end being some 12 miles south in the town of North Baltimore. It's part of Wood County Parks and is used for biking, jogging, rollerblading, and, well, pretty much any form of transportation that doesn't involve a motor. I like the trail for a lot of reasons, but mostly I like the length of it. I've never jogged all 12 miles of the trail, of course, but the fact that it is that long means a number of things. First, you get to see many different varieties of nature. Well, as many different varieties as exist in Northwest Ohio, anyway. The first mile or so of my run is through farmers' fields, so there's a lot of wide open space. But once you start on the second mile, the scenery completely changes to a fairly thick wooded area. Both the settings give a certain feeling of seclusion. Second, most of the trail is between towns, beyond populated areas. There's actually an entrance to the trail closer to my apartment, but I usually drive a couple miles out so I can start running well beyond the city limits. And third, the length of the trail ensures that it's never really crowded, especially when winter's not technically over yet.
As you can see, there's still a little bit of snow left on the trail, but not too much. Also, it's in the 30s. This is bracing.
And I think that's what I appreciate about running. It's very much an act of solitude. For me, it's a chance to be alone with my thoughts, doing something I don't have to devote a lot of brain power to so I can let my mind wander where it will. It's a chance to get away from the noise and clutter of our modern world and just be out in nature. When I first started running on this trail, I started within the city limits of Bowling Green, so when I got to what is now the first leg of my run, I was struck by how open and empty the landscape was. And it occurred to me that this was as far away from the place I called home that I'd ever traveled without a vehicle of some kind other than my own legs. The woods of the second leg of the journey offer another solitude, one that can get pretty spooky when it's getting dark and there's a storm coming. And yes, I speak from experience. But ultimately, it's the solitude I seek, and I like to think that the people who put time and money into providing this trail understood that. Sure, maybe some of them just wanted to see their name on a park bench, but I'm sure that some of them, like the four friends remembering one of their group who was lost, or the people who picked this quote in memory of another loved one, valued our innate desire to remove ourselves from the hustle and bustle and stress of everyday life and be alone with nothing but our beating hearts, our disjunct thoughts, and the solitude of nature. And all caps. I'll see you next time.